Hello, how are you? Hashtag health, wealth, life. Day 41. Day 41. Let's have a little readjust there. How are you doing? How are you doing? I was just grabbing one of these. I went to an event of a friend the other day with essential oils. Absolutely amazing. It really made me think about how we'd lost track with where we've come from. You know, indigenous tribes they used the plants and what they had around us. And we all of us now been conditioned to turn to pharmaceutical drugs, and they all have not all of them, but a lot of them have side effects, contraindications. Contraindications with other medication, other drugs, and other substances. But they're brilliant, absolutely amazing, and the effects they can have on the human body. Anyway, I'll talk about that another time. So, what am I talking about today? What I'm talking about today is a little retrospect of really the last 12 months of my life. I was contemplating when I do a drive. So my drive to work is about half an hour to 40 minutes each direction. So I get a lot of time to think. And that, I think, at first I thought it's a bit of a journey, but it's actually really cathartic, therapeutic, however I want to think about it, depending on what mood I'm in, but I get to process a lot of stuff, so it's useful. And I also get to listen to a lot more audiobooks and lectures that I love, which I wouldn't have usually. So the title of this video, this training, this health, wealth, life is called One Small Step for Your Year, One Giant Leap for Your Life. One small step for your year, one giant leap for your life. Now, I heard this saying, most people overestimate what they can achieve, what they think they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they think they can achieve in 10 years. I heard that from Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins is amazing. I've been listening and reading his books and watching his audios and watching his videos for a good 10 years. And if you haven't checked out any of his stuff, go on YouTube. There's loads of it. It's fantastic. Tony Robbins is amazing, and that's what he has witnessed through all of his coaching. He's had probably the most effect over the most amount of people in the world as a transformational coach. He is phenomenal. So he says he's noticed that most people overestimate what they think they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they can achieve in a 10-year period. So what that means is we get to that year point and we think, we didn't do it because we overestimated. And then we cut back, we drop off. So I'll give you an example of not doing that. You know, most people live that way, right? I live that way. I've done that many times, right? I'm working on it. But let's take, for example, a new business. I started a new business 12 months ago, realized I was taking a negative look on what I'd achieved in that year. I really was. And I had to take stock and think, hold on, any business, any conventional business takes 18 months to 3 years to really get it going. You might take off quick, but you might need to spend a lot of money to get that going. So if you don't spend a lot of money to get it going, then it's going to take time to build it, to get the message out to people, to understand what it is, to people to trust what it is, for it to be around long enough, and for you to be doing it long enough to think, okay, it's not flash in the pan, right? So it takes 18 months to 3 years to get a business up and running and doing well. So I realized I'm not even halfway through. So I'm 12 months into this new business and I'm looking at it mildly negatively, thinking I've overestimated what I could think I could do in that year. It's the exact same sentence I said, and it went pop in my mind. I thought, wow, that's so true. I'd overestimate what I thought I could do in a year, and then I was thinking I'm going to cut back, or I'm going to ease off, or it runs through my mind to quit nearly every day, but it's just not in me to quit. I just don't give up. So it goes through my mind every day. Let's be straight about that. And I feel like it. And sometimes I'm frustrated and think, what's the point? But I don't, because the alternative to me is really clear that the way to keep progressing and have my life exactly the way I want it is to keep going. The alternative is there's just not an option. I've busted my chops. Could have said a few things there. I've busted myself many times working hard on many areas of my life, my body, my business, my relationships, whatever it takes, I'll do it. But a lot of the time I've overestimated what I think should be going on. 12 months in, and realized that at that point, many times in the past, I thought, maybe it's not for me. Yeah, maybe this isn't meant to work out this way, and cut back. But the truth is, we're not even halfway through the game. It's like the Super Bowl that just passed. New England, they're 25 points down. They come back from the biggest deficit ever in Super Bowl history to win the game. If they'd given up at any point, there's no chance that they could have come back and won that game. So they keep going. At half time, they could have easily given up. We're getting smashed. Let's turn this one in. But no, they keep going. They keep doing the activities again and again that they've drilled home, they've practiced over and over and over, that end up winning them the game. And like another example, I remember one season, Man United 3-0 down to Spurs, and at half time, 3-0 down, you think it's all over. They come back, they win 5-3. They come back, they come out fighting, and they're only halfway through the game. You don't give up. You know, I'm not even halfway there. If you're looking at a business and you want to give a business a proper shot, you got to give it 18 months. That's half time. But that's the minimum you got to give it. So you got to give it 3 years, really. You know, you can't give up at half time. So taking this into account, I realized I was overestimating what I should have or thought I should have done in a year, and that could have made me stop or ease off, and then I wouldn't have get any more results, or the results I really want. Lauren, happy to see you. Skim back to the beginning, and it's really important. Made a good message on most people overestimate what they think they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they think they can achieve in 10 years or even 3 years. Yeah. So when we get to that 12-year mark, we've overestimated, so we think, I'm going to cut back, and then we never really achieve our full potential. Kennedy, how are you? Hope you had a good day. What time is it in Dubai now? I think you're 5 hours behind. That's right. I've got my cousin flying out there tomorrow. He loves the place. I've been there once. Damn hot. Coolest it got was 33 degrees at about 3 in the morning, that was. Anyway, I digress. So, I'd underestimated in my 12-month journey, hey Lauren, how far I'd come. And it took a conversation with someone to say, hey, you've come, baby's great, Hannity, thank you. You're 5 hours ahead, I think then. So what is it now? 7, 4. Okay, cool. 4 hours ahead in Dubai, in case we all needed that information. So most people think, and I was thinking the same way, that it takes one big hit and my life will be sorted. It takes one big hit and my body will be, yeah? It takes one big hit and my relationship will be amazing forever. You know, the truth is, it's nothing like that at all. You can have that one big hit, absolutely, but you still, whether you get that one big hit right or not, it's more like 1,000 contacts with the bat on the ball. Get good at making that contact on the ball, no matter if you smash it out the park or if you're just making contact and it's a P-roller. That contact is all important. Just get yourself in the game. Make that activity every day. And that includes, if you want a body transformation, getting yourself to the gym. If you say you're going to train 4 times a week, you get there. You might not smash it out the park on every workout. You might just get the bat to the ball. You might have just got yourself to the gym and done a third of what you planned to do because your energy was down that day, or you hadn't eaten enough, or someone, you know, annoyed you, shall we say. Whatever the reason, but you get there. You do what you can. Tara, good to have you in the house. Happy to see you as always. So get the bat on the ball. Just make contact. You haven't got to smash it out the park all the time, or at all. You don't have to do it at all. You can just get the bat on the ball and get really good at doing that. And that means turning up at the gym 4 times a week for 6 months, a year, 18 months. It takes 18 months to 3 years to build a business. Same with your body. Same with your body. Remember the video I filmed, 21 Day Fat Adapter? Go back and check that out on my YouTube channel, or scroll through Facebook if you're on there. You'll be connected to one of those two, whatever platform you're watching this through. And check out 21 Day Fat Adapter. And that means you just have to stick the course of staying low carb. Yeah, love my shirt. Thank you. A bit of an American theme. So I talked about the Super Bowl, actually. That was pure coincidence, but it works quite well. Not giving up. Not giving up and not overestimating. So when we overestimate, if we overestimate what we can achieve in a year, we can get disappointed at the end of that year, think I haven't got anywhere near that. Crap. And get down on ourselves. And I'm really tough on myself. And but then we ease off. That's not the way to go, because we're overestimating, and then we underestimate what we can achieve in 3 years if we just kept going. So if you get yourself to the gym 21 days, staying on the low carb or fluctuating carb diet with high protein, high to moderate fats, keeping your training going, you will start to utilize fat as a fuel more effectively. And then after that 21 days, that's 3 weeks. You've got to stay there for 3 weeks in that zone, and then you'll really start to churn and burn off that fat. It's staying in that zone. Don't overestimate what can be achieved and then underestimate what can be achieved long term. Overestimate short term, underestimate long term. Stay in the game. So most people think that one big hit will do it, including myself, but let's just get the bat to the ball. Let's just keep getting that bat to the ball and get great at doing that. So what else I want to say? So don't underestimate what you're doing now and overestimate what you think you should have done in the year. Don't underestimate what you're doing now and don't overestimate what you think you should get done in the year. So it's just flipping it the other way, yeah? That's a tough one, Tara. Protein for veggies. A vegetarian diet is amazing as long as you add protein to it. Protein for veggies, you know, I would suggest you'd be better off getting a vegan protein whey powder and supplementing with that. Just checking up on a branched chain amino acid supplement as well, BCAAs, and supplement with those as well. That will boost your energy like really well, because you're just not getting enough protein some of the time. So that's the easiest way. Supplement that. So staying on track and just finishing off, because we'll talk more about food another time. This one is a mindset one. Food My Brains bought your book today after I let them have a little read of mine. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. 3 purchases of my book. Wow, that's fantastic. Happy days. Health, wealth, life. Day 41 today, so we're 41 consecutive days. I hope you've caught some of all the videos. If not, very easy to skim through on Facebook, or if you're connected on one of the other platforms, you can easily look through on my YouTube channel. The link will be somewhere around. And help yourself. Send me some messages. I've been having some great conversations with people, and a few of you are messaging in here. It's fantastic. Keep that going. Let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversations rolling, and we can live and learn from each other every day. Give me some thumbs up if I've said some things that you resonate with you and you like, and give me a share. Help me get this information out. So the main message today, just to recap and finish off, is most people overestimate what they think they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they think they can achieve in 3 years or 10 years, a longer time. It takes a business 18 months to 3 years to really get going. It takes that long. It does take that long, no matter how fast we want to get it going. I'm very impatient. I want things now. And that's one of the things that I'll overestimate. I want it now. Sprint. I'll overestimate and then ease off and think it's not coming. But you have to stay the course. Like the Super Bowl, they stayed the course. They were so far behind, the furthest deficit ever in Super Bowl history. They came back and won. It's happened in many sporting events. Liverpool down 3-0 to Milan at halftime in the Champions League final, come back to win the game. Unbelievable. That was amazing in Istanbul. So we have to stay in the game. Stay in the game long enough. Stay focused long enough. Don't put yourself down. This is a marathon and not always a sprint. Or it's a series of sprints, but it's a series of sprint marathons. You've got to think about it in that way. All right, cool. Any questions? Coffee and tea, Lauren? Yes, absolutely. You do. They are amazing. Just look, there's better things out there. There's one way to do something. There's another way to do it, and this could be a better way. And they are a better way to do something, and no doubt about it. And it's like having one workout. You have one. You think, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was good for me. Didn't really notice much. That's one workout. It's not going to fix all of your body issues, not going to get rid of all your fat, not going to rip you up and have a 6-pack, 8-pack, whatever. You need to do that over time. You need that consistency again. And it's the same with any product. You have to give it time, Yeah, I will film with the little man soon. He was kicking off a little bit, and I was holding him for an hour today, so playing around with him. He's downstairs now with his mum. She's on board, and I will bring him in. So I know Noz, you requested that, so you'll see him soon. You'll see him soon. All right, we'll finish off there today. Hopefully that rung a bell for you and gave you a little bit more clarification. As I gain more clarification, I'll share as I have today, and do the same. Do the same back. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what came up for you. Kish, Mayrose, good to see you. Good to have you in the house. I will inbox you. Yes. Okay, do that, Lauren. I can talk to you. I can show you some very good things around the teas and coffee, that is. All right, so keep everything in mind. Have a little skim through this video again, back from the beginning. This is really good from the beginning. Really good point I really wanted to make and want you to get. And have an amazing evening. Have an amazing evening. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing morning wherever you are in the world. And I've got some friends over the other side of the world and different time zones. And if you're watching in as a recording and not live, send us a message. Write a message as the video goes on. You can share it as the video as you're watching the video. So please do so. Sharing is caring. It lets me know I'm on the right track and helping you out and possibly helping one of your friends or family. And let's bring them into this group. The vision is 100,000 people in this group. Health, wealth, healthy and wealthy and free. We want to find that freedom, physical freedom, and financial freedom, and leading to what would be an emotional freedom at the end, because we're free everywhere else. That's the last thing we need to work on, or maybe it's the first. Who knows? Whichever route you like. Okay, last thing to remember is, you remember what it is? Last thing to remember is happy is a skill that you can learn, and this is a better way to bring out your personal best. Let's go get some health, wealth. Let's take the world with us, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Have an amazing evening. Take great care of yourself and everyone around you.